Take 6. Guys, I got some good news, I got some bad news. Good news first, Team Gym, you guys are going to win the push-up challenge at YCS Ghent, or the fitness challenge, because I won't be in Ghent. Bad news, I won't be in Ghent. Also won't be in London. Also won't be in Milan. So, great news for everybody else who always wanted to have a job as a caster. So there's that. There's a silver lining for you guys. You're gonna see some new blood in the caster booth. Woo! Yeah, it's really hard to not turn into a rant video. As take 6, this is not a joke. This is the 6th time I'm trying to record this. I'm trying to keep it short. It's really hard. If you're only here for the core information, it's gonna be that I won't be at any event this year. Very likely won't be at any event next year. So this is a bit of a goodbye, basically, to the community. I feel like I owe you guys. You guys have always said that you loved my coverage. Thank you very much for that. And I feel like I owe you an explanation, so here goes. A little while ago, I got a phone call, and in that phone call with the UK office, I had been told that I will not be booked for any more events this year. This is not a joke. Might be looking like I'm smiling, but it's just the absurdity of the entire situation. I'm extremely disappointed and depressed about this, and I have lost a lot of sleep over this. Several nights I woke up and felt like strangling someone, finding out who it really was who kicked me out. But the truth is, I don't know who kicked me out. I don't know who made the final call. What I know, or what I had been told, is that someone in Japan did not like the things that I did. So let me explain that. And this is the part where it's the final nail in the coffin. Like, if I just told you guys, hey, I won't be at any more events, the strategy moving forward would be to just wait out those 3 events, and then next year there's a chance that I would be back on board and that I could be working more events. But I thought about this a lot, and at least for the time being, that's not what I want. I don't see the way forward, how I go back to coverage and feel like we're gonna be in the same place where we were up to this point. So it seems better to just pull the plug and say, this is basically it. I've been doing this for a long time. I mentioned this in the interview I did with Fafa, and also on the Ask Me Anything on Reddit. I started in 2003. Playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, and then judging Yu-Gi-Oh! Up to the World Championship level. I even head judged the World Championship, so I've been judging a lot of events, and I did coverage for a long time as well, since late 2004. In fact, today is the 5-year anniversary of me doing the stream for the first time ever, which was YCS Madrid. So I did that for 5 years, is what I can say, I guess. A little bit less than 5 years. It's not super surprising in the sense that this is not the first time that this happened this year. Back in February or March, I had been receiving a confirmation that, like oral confirmation via a phone call, that I will be working the World Championship, and I was super excited about that. I told some people in private, I said, I'm really looking forward to the World Championship. I want to make it entertaining, I want to make it cool. And then 2 months prior to World Championship, I had been informed that someone in Japan decided that it's not going to be me, but instead they want to have the Voice of Yugi as the host for the World Championship, which was really disappointing for me. I mean, it was in Berlin. I'm living in Berlin. It's on my birthday. It's just like adding more salt to the whole thing. And so I had been called off for the World Championship. I lost like 2 weeks of sleep over that. Spoke to different people what to do, because I considered not doing anything anymore, but I kind of bounced back. I kind of recovered. I said, yeah, I wanna keep going. One day I'm gonna be hosting Worlds. I'm gonna make sure that the next few coverages are just gonna rock, starting in Ghent. And I provided my feedback for the events before. I always did a very long post-event briefing, and said, this is the stuff that we should be doing, so next time we can have an even better stream. And for Ghent, it seemed like all the things were in place. Like, we would bring on more casters than before. We would be able to swap people in and out. So I'm certain it's going to be a really cool event, even when I'm not there. So that's the cool thing for you. And I know I've been going on for 5 minutes now, and you are asking yourself, so what did you do exactly? What did you do? And the thing is, I should not be sharing this if I want to be back on. But the thing is, I don't see how I'm gonna be back on, and I also don't. I'm extremely disappointed in some people, and I don't think we're gonna be back on the same page. And I feel like I owe you guys, and you want to know this, I guess. So I'm just gonna tell you. The thing is, I've been told that in the Ask Me Anything on Reddit and in the interview I did on Fafa's stream, I came across too much like a Konami employee. So, and that's it. If you're like, okay, he's just listing 10 different things now, he's gonna tell us how he had some personal relationship with some people in the Konami office, females, and it didn't go so well. No, like nothing like that. That's it. I came across like a Konami employee, and that's a crime. Especially when you're doing this for 16 years. And I disagree with that. I have been in the industry for long enough to know that doing something like this interview could backfire. So what I did is I checked with the UK office before I did the interview. Nadir knows this. Nadir had to wait for that confirmation when I first told him, hey, I would be interested in doing the interview, but let me check. He knew this. I was very transparent with him about that. And the same thing with Reddit. Both times I checked with the UK office, and they said, you can do those things, just make sure that you make it clear that you're not a Konami employee. And both times I did. Like we mentioned this in the interview with Fafa like 3 times, that I'm not an employee. So when I learned that this is the reason why I won't be at any more events, I was very upset and angry. And I asked them, hey, I checked with you guys up front. I checked with you and made sure that this is fine, and you said it is fine. And they basically said, yeah, we know, but someone in Japan doesn't like it. I'm like, yeah, but it's your market, it's Europe. And they said, yeah, but it's Japan. Everything gets decided in Japan, apparently. I mean, this is not news, but at least not to me, maybe to you. So that's it. Someone in Japan doesn't like me anymore, and it's not like they don't want me in front of the camera representing Konami. They don't want me involved, period. I used to do the translations from English to German for the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And they have also pulled me from that. I asked because this is being coordinated in Japan, so I asked my Japanese colleagues, or the guys, I mean, not colleagues, I'm not a Konami employee, just to clarify that. I asked them, so what's the reason why I'm not doing translations anymore? Was there any problem with my work? And they said, oh yeah, it's not always deadlines and work. Sometimes it's other things, ... And that other things was then later clarified after I asked about it again. And you shouldn't be pushing those things. If you're in business, and if you're doing business with the Japanese, you should know you're not pushing there. This is the wrong button to press. This is the self-destruct button, so to speak. And they said, yeah, it's for business reasons. I'm like, okay, great. And I knew there's no point in pursuing this any further. I mean, I could do, but like, what's the point? What is the point? So yeah, just letting you guys know. That's it. I'm out. No more coverage from me. It's not a joke. It's not a 1st of April video or something like that. It's not April Fool's. I thought about doing some other things. I thought about starting my own channel and doing Yu-Gi-Oh content on YouTube. But to be honest, I mean, the production quality of this is terrible. But then again, it's the 6th time I'm recording this. And I just couldn't be bothered. I just wanted to get it over with. Just wanted to get it out, so I can close this chapter, basically. Sorry for going on so long. Sorry for not keeping this more entertaining. I'm sorry for the bad news. I hope I was able to entertain you guys here and there at some of the past events. I hope if you guys run into me, you say, hey, it was nice. And if you say, yeah, I'm glad that they hired somebody else, that's also cool. And it's going to make my day. It's going to make my day so much. So with that, guys, that's it. Didn't want to rant. I got like a million more things that I could be saying, but I don't want to say them. At the end of the day, don't get me wrong, I'm grateful that I was able to do this for 5 years. I love this job with all my heart. I love this job so much. I love hosting. Would love to do it again. So maybe someday, but for the time being, it does not look like it's gonna happen again. Keep dueling, I guess, if that's your thing. It's no longer my thing, I'm afraid. So see you guys very soon.